Yo, September 28th, welcome to September 28th, I should say, 2014. It's Sunday, so it is currently that time. Gonna be using this bad man today, Leviathan in full effect. This is good stuff. I guess I've read a little bit, I'm not gonna say negative, but I've read, I guess, a little bit, I guess just people's differing opinions, meaning that they differ from mine. And I kind of wasn't expecting that. I think the shit's incredible, quite frankly. Anyway, yeah, again, this is Leviathan, the new fall joint from Barrister and Mann, as you can see. He said that it was inspired by Santal Noble from MPG, Maitre Perfumier at Ghent here. Anyways, it's French. It means master perfumer and glove maker. And they still make both things. Also, he said there's a bit of Russian leather from Chanel in here. I am a huge Santal Noble like fanboy. Shit's good. Anyway, so straight off the puck, I think it smells very sweet. Almost kind of breakfasty. That's not very descriptive, but I never fancied myself much of a describer in that sense anyway. Kent BK8. This is gonna be a good fucking shave. Anyway, so yeah, I love this brush to lather these Barrister and Mann soaps. I think they do very well. The size is pretty much perfect. And I think it does a good job, even though it is a larger brush, I think it does a good job of conserving soap. There's the load right there. I mean, I really didn't spend a whole lot of time loading the thing. Anyway, let's get to it, huh? I've actually, of course I'm using my scuttle today, but I actually used it the way it was meant, or looks like I'm going to be using it the way that I intended, or that it was intended on being used. I filled it up with hot water, and it's pretty warm right now, and I think that will just serve to really open up the scent of the lather, you know. Oh yeah, this stuff's nice and warm. So yeah, I hope everything's been good for everyone. Yeah, this stuff is, like I said, I guess this is pretty much right up my alley, because I don't see why people are, I don't see why, you know, why there's such divisive, why it's such a divisive scent. It's not like, you know, Rome, I can understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but this stuff, man, it's just, I think it's great. Like I said, I think it's very sweet, personally. A lot of people are saying, you know, that it's a little too over the top for them, which I can understand. There definitely is something musky about this. I don't know if it's musky. I don't know if it is, you know, some sort of musk fragrance oil, or if it's just a combination, you know, the different accords and scents that make it musky, but I definitely get that. And I think it works. I think it's great. So of course, pretty sure you can tell I'm relishing the fact that this is like directly under my nose piece. Gillette Silver Blue, the MVP of Blaze. Well, actually not MVP, but I mean, for the amount that, or for the cost that you can get them from versus how much blade you get, this is about the pinnacle for me. I'm still wishing that I can find the Platinums, Gillette Platinums at a decent price, or I should say at a comparable price. But you know, you can't have everything, and it's not like this. It's not like this is a slumming blade anyway. So, so the week. This week actually went by really fast. I'm happy about that. Went to a birthday party today. One of my friends' little boys turned 3 today. It's a nice, enjoyable time. There's I forget the proper name of the park. It's here in Nashville. It's close to Vanderbilt, very close to Vanderbilt, actually. It's actually, it's across the street from Vanderbilt, now that I think about it. But it's referred to locally as Dragon Park. Fannie Mee's Park, I think is what it's called. It's referred to as Dragon Park. There's like big, you know, dragons kind of snaking in and out of the sand in the playground. It's a pretty cool little place. I'm gonna put a little bit more water in this lather. Yeah, London was good. It was a while since I seen the guy. He's one of the, I guess he's one of the reasons that you know, the nickname Uncle W came about. Oh man. So there's not really a whole lot new on the job front. You know, everything is still on hold right now. You know, pending these contracts that are waiting to be awarded. Which, you know, shitty timing for me, but whatever, at least it's, yeah, I think it's gonna happen. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. I was talking to a realtor friend of mine. He was mentioning how easy it's gonna be for me to sell this place, which is always, man, that just makes it so much easier. So let's talk about this soap then, huh? I mean, it's a barrister and mann joint, and all the great things that brings along with it. Slickness, cushion, glide, the whole thing, everything is there. One thing I noticed about, or I guess one thing I was thinking about when I used vetiver heather and clary sage, this is a very fast soap. Like the blade just skates. I mean, it's pretty easy to just throw the thing across your skin, you know, and that's a plus. You know, generally speaking, I guess the guys that prize slickness are generally the straight razor guys, but that's actually, you know, slickness is my favorite. That's my thing on these soap lathers. It's got to be a good slick lather, because I'm pretty good about not using pressure. You know, when I put this blade across my skin, and that's a direct result of using the above the tie H2 plate so much. H standing for heavy. It's their most aggressive. It's the most aggressive open comb plate, even though I do hear that the safety bar joints are more aggressive than the open comb ones, which makes sense to me. You know, I don't know why people think, I don't know why open comb razors, I guess, are considered to be more aggressive than safety bars, but I guess it's just because they look a little bit more gnarly. But here's the thing, is that, you know, they've got those teeth there, which means you don't get as much lather pushed out of the way prior to the blade doing its thing across the skin, you know? So I don't know where these weirdos are getting that from, but anyway, yeah, the safety bar one is supposed to be more aggressive, which is a scary thought for me, because even though I did use the H1 a lot, I don't really use it so much these days. Don't really have much of a need to, you know? This is the R2, of course, as per usual on the first pass, and this thing is, it's pretty damn magic, you know? Of all these base plates, I suppose this would probably be my desert island one. It's got it all. The thing's incredible. And I have to wonder, you know, everybody's got this whole slant craziness going on right now. Slant madness, I guess you can say. What with everybody paying these absurd prices for the Razor Rock joints. Stan from Above the Tie, which is actually a Tennessee company for those of you that don't know. And that actually is one of the big reasons that I decided to, you know, spring on this thing, because, you know, I live in Tennessee. Figure I should support, you know, a company that's in the same state. Anyway, so the guy Stan is going to be, or he is developing, I should say, a slant razor, which is going to be good. I just don't see how it couldn't. The guy knows what the fuck he's doing. These razors, like I said, these things are incredible. And I made, somebody the other day asked me, you know, what is my hang up with these above the tie razors? Why am I so crazy about them? And it's just the fact that they're so well done, you know? Like, you know, this is the Atlas, which is the shorter handle. I think they all weigh the same, but this is a shorter handle than the Chronos, and definitely shorter than the Colossus. But this thing, like my favorite car, I'm very much a BMW dude. I used to live in Germany when I was younger. My dad was in the army. Actually, I was born in Germany, in Nuremberg, August 15th, 1977. We used to live in Germany, and one of my dad's friends, he was a civilian that worked for the army, but that fucker had an E30. It was a 325, and I thought it was the coolest car on earth. So ever since then, and I was young, I mean, I was 12 years old when we moved from Germany to the States. And I was already, like I said, I was crazy about BMWs then. So he had that E30. My first dream car actually was an E36 M3. I wanted a yellow one. And you know, it's funny, I've actually been seeing a lot of E36s. E36 was like from, I think it was like 92, I think it was, to about, no, it was somewhere late in the 90s, and the E46, which was the series after the E36, those came about in like 2002, I think it was, or 2000, something like that. Anyway, I liken this thing to the E46 M3, which is my absolute favorite car in the entire world. And where I get that from is the fact that, you know, the 3 Series BMWs, generally speaking, are like, especially back then, those E46s, they were special cars. I mean, the things just, they inspired confidence the instant that you sat in it. And, you know, when you turn it on and you turn that wheel and you feel how heavy it is, and, you know, that hydraulic steering was just fucking perfect. And this is coming from somebody who's never driven an E30, which I hear is even more connected to the road. Yeah, I liken this thing to the E46 M3 CSL. The CSL did not make it to the States. CSL stands for Compact Sport and Light. Basically what it is BMW produced their M3, the E46 M3, in only a couple of colors. I think it was like titanium, silver, and black were the 2 colors, but they stripped a bunch of shit out of it. The roof actually was carbon fiber, which was a big deal in the early 2000s, because you gotta understand, like, this is before, you know, every M3 now pretty much comes with carbon fiber, although it's probably, I don't know if M3 still does, but I know the M4 does now. So yeah, they took steps to lighten the thing. They replaced the roof with carbon fiber. The trunk lid is made of something lighter. The hood is lighter. The back glass is actually plastic. There's no air conditioning. There's no radio. All told, they shaved about 300 pounds off of the traditional E46 M3. Took a lot of creature comforts out of it. Gave it a bit more power, some upgrades in the suspension and braking, and sold it with pretty much racing slick tires. What they did in effect was take a monster of a car. That E46 M3 is legendary. They took that car and gave it like extra 10 or 15% in some key areas and just made the fucking thing is incredible. And that's what I like in this razor too. You know, it's like, this thing really isn't technically super ultra different from a lot of razors out there, but it's just got that extra 10 or 15% that just makes it an absolute just joy to use. So yeah, getting back to the slant thing, the fact that this guy is going to be making a slant has me very excited. And I hope that they're not over the top expensive, or that I'll be making money again by the time he does release them, because I want one. I would love to have one. And this this soap is doing its thing, man. If you don't have any Barrister and Mann soaps, you sincerely need to jump on it. I mean, the regular things, you know, Vetiver, Heather, and Clary Sage is like 16 bucks for the tub, which is a screaming deal. And while you're there, you might as well pick up a bunch of other ones. Or just pick up a sampler. Although, you know, it's going to be scents. You know, if you don't like the scent, that's going to be the only reason that you will not get this soap. Because performance, you're not going to bitch about the performance. You're dragging a sharp-ass blade across your face, and it doesn't really get much better than this to protect your face from it. And this stuff is just, man, it just keeps on opening up. I really do get the Santal Noble, again, the MPG, one of the inspirations for this thing. And this is coming from, you know, I own the vintage one, which is the 90 milliliter bottle. It's very much a reference sandalwood. The big thing with this one, with Santal Noble, is the blending of sandalwood and coffee. It's fucking good. And I hear the current formulation is not bad at all. The current formulation comes in 100 milliliter bottles. They're more rounded, and the old 90 milliliter bottles have like an argyle sort of pattern etched into the glass. Really, really good stuff. But, you know, they're vintage, people know it, and they'll charge you for it. So, yeah, there's that. Well, that felt like it cut me there, but it didn't, thankfully. This is about 27 uses on this blade, and it's still, oh, there it goes. And it's still absurd. It's sharp enough to where you don't really need to put a lot of pressure. And don't let this fool you. But yeah, it's really, really good. And the balance of it, the fact that I don't have to fuck with scales, it's just, I much prefer it. I'm about to finish this up here, about to do the last pass on the old neck piece. This is such good stuff. I love this scent too. You did very well, Will. Kudos to you, buddy. Another home run, as they say. I should do some cleanup and some against the grain work on this old neck. And you know what? Take care of that. This is like styptic gel. It's pretty nice, I suppose. Sucks that I have to use it on occasion, but at least it's there. Only Purasso product I've ever used, actually. Alright, right here. Good stuff, man. And that's pretty much it here. Time to the rinsing. Residual slickness in full effect. Still not finished recording, or stopped, I should say. Alrighty. Looks like that's going to be pretty much it. This towel. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go with some St. Charles shave sandalwood. It's getting a little cool. It's almost sandalwood weather, but who am I to fuck up the sandalwood vibe with Leviathan, huh? Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys have had a good week, and I hope you guys will have a good week, the one coming up, because tomorrow is Monday. Weather's been so nice here this weekend. It's been like high 70s all weekend. It's been nice. It's been nice.